United States of America.
Attention orders. To all who shall see these presents greeting, know ye that reposing special trust and confidence in the patriotism and fidelity and abilities of Samuel Kamut, Riley Konzen, Frederick Schmidt, Jameson Arnold, Brock Boldus, Margaret Brumley, Cody Colbert, Casey French, Alex Hastings, Melanie Hardin, Renz Ibarra, Linnea Leonard, Nancy Martinez, John McDonald, Cody McNeil, Ned Nicholson, Daniel Rowland, Christopher Smith, Brittany Stevens, James Tamman, and Katerina Ubelor. These officers will therefore carefully and diligently discharge the duties of the office to which appointed by doing and performing all manner of things thereunto belonging. And I do strictly charge and require those officers and other personnel of lesser rank to render such obedience as is due an officer of this grade and position. And these officers are to observe and follow orders and directions from time to time as may be given by the President of the United States of America or other superior officers acting in accordance with the laws of the United States of America. This commission is to continue in force during the pleasure of the President of the United States of America under the provisions of those public laws relating to officers of the armed forces of the United States of America and the component thereof in which this appointment is made. Done at the City of Washington, this 23rd day of January, in the year of our Lord, 2015, and of the independence of the United States of America, the 238th. By the President, signed, General Joseph F. Dunford, Commandant of the Marine Corps, and Ray Mavis, Secretary of the Navy. We will now begin the individual ceremonies. Jameson Arnold. The oath will be administered by Commander Rusty Haynes, Marquette University, NROTC Executive Officer. Ladies and gentlemen, Ensign Arnold.
Wow. Well, thank you.
Ready?
Ensign Boldus is receiving his first salute from his father, Petty Officer Second Class Stephen Boldus, United States Navy. Receiving his first salute from Senior Chief Don Colbert, United States Navy, retired. Ladies and gentlemen, Ensign Hastings. Renz Ibarra. The oath will be administered by Captain James Duncan, United States Navy.
I, Renz Ibarra,
Having been appointed an ensign in the United States Navy,
having been appointed an ensign in the United States Navy,
do accept such appointment and do solemnly swear
do accept such appointment and do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
I take this oath freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
I take this oath freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
And that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office by which I'm about to enter.
And I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Russell, come here.
Uncle. Come on, Russell. Uncle. Uncle.
Uncle Ray.
Get on. Uncle, go ahead, take it off and put it on.
Yeah. Hindi, ito pagkatapos ng pinag. Okay, tanggalin mo rin.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Take it up. Put it on.
Okay.
Wait, Mom, we have to do the salute.
Okay, salute muna. Salute muna.
Ensign Ibarra is receiving his first salute from his father, Chief Petty Officer Virgilio Ibarra.
That's right, you can give me a point. Thank you. Yes, thank you. I say one more. That should be enough.
For posterity.
Okay, Captain Duncan, can you take a picture with Captain? I like that picture.
And see.
We'll get a picture of Kai later.
Bye. There you go. Okay, go. What's the rest of your friend?
Ensign Stevens is receiving her first salute from her father, Senior Chief John Stevens, United States Navy, retired.
Formation. Left face.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Marquette University Reserve Officers Training Corps Tri-Service Commissioning Ceremony. I'm Captain Michael M. Deacon, Assistant Professor of Military Science, Army ROTC. Please rise for the arrival of the official party, and please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem.
Formation. Right face. Formation.
Let's give a warm ROTC welcome to Major General Luis Bissau.
Can you see me? Good morning. Can you hear me in the back?
Yes.
Very good. I know I'm a loud mouth, but I am deeply honored and humbled to have an opportunity to spend some quality time here at back home at Marquette University. I graduated, as Mike said, back in 1999, back in 78, and I can hardly believe it's been 37 years since I sat, not here, we sat outside, to celebrate, with my family getting commissioned. So I'm just very happy because it's a great day to not only be here in Milwaukee, but it's a great day to be at Marquette University. So what I want to do is, first and foremost, thank President Lowe and Dean Holtz for being here with us. But more importantly, I really want to take this opportunity to introduce to you, from my perspective, the global leaders of character for our nation. Ladies and gentlemen, your commissionees and lieutenants, and please give them a warm hand. I also want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you. So I'm going to ask everybody to go ahead and stand up. Very good. If you're able to, please raise your right hand. Turn around and give each other a high five, please. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, some of you are probably wondering, wow, is this really happening? I'm sure some of your sons and daughters took 4 years. I'm not sure if we have anybody who's in the 5 and 6 year plan. But congratulations. I think it's amazing that you're wondering, right, is it really happening that my son or daughter really, are now going to be serving in our armed services? It's just amazing. But this is a moment, and it's a moment not only for our current officers in our armed services, but this is a moment for you. And as I reflect on this moment, I said, what can I say that would allow an opportunity for you to remember this particular moment? How can you seize this moment and be memorable for you? And more important, what can I do to make sure that this is a lasting legacy of what it means to serve our great nation? So I came up with an RCA moment. I don't know, I can't remember what RCA stood for. You might remember. What was that? It was some kind of, all I remember was a dog with a big, I'm sure you have no idea what I'm talking about. But I thought this is an RCA moment, because this is a moment for us to be able to collectively reflect, commit, and act. And when I think about reflecting, I ask you, young men or women, leaders of our nation, to think about and reflect about that oath of office that you have taken. To support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. An oath of office that's also taken by those young men and women who have volunteered to serve our nation. But also have volunteered because they depend upon your leadership to make sure you guide them properly, provide the commander's intent, and ensure that they're successful in their careers. And when I look at all of you, what's my commitment? Well, moms, dads, brothers, sisters, husband, wives, sisters and brothers, let's see, sons and all that kind of stuff. Friends, family, fans, you also have a commitment in this effort. And all I ask of you to commit yourself to support, encourage them, but more importantly, I ask you to please provide your unconditional love. And you have done so, because the degree of success that they have enjoyed is directly related to the unconditional love that you have given them. So I ask you to reflect. And that's also directly related to the intellectual capacity that you possess as a result of the great education that you have received from Marquette University and all the other affiliate programs. So think about that. We want you to think strategically, we want you to think creatively, but more importantly, we want you to think critically. So reflect. Each day, take the time to think about the tremendous responsibilities you have to be leaders of our nation. So commit. I have one thing for you to commit to. Commit to stay in. Everybody's going to stay in for 25 years, right? Some of you are like, no, sorry, I'll do mine for years, I'm out of here. Okay? But commit, because you think about in our nation today, a very small percentage are even able to do what you're about to do. Less than 1% of our nation even qualify physically, mentally, to be able to serve in this role. And the nation needs you, because you will answer the call to duty, because we don't know how volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous this world is. We don't know the agility that's required of you. We don't know the adaptability that's required of you. So we ask you to be fully aware, self-aware, situationally aware, and culturally aware. So commit. Commit to be part of the team. Commit to understanding that it's not about you, but it's about those that you have chosen to serve. Something bigger and greater than self. Act. Act with determination, with passion and purpose. And you're like, how do we act? Act like you always have acted. Continue to do all the great kinds of things that you have done to support your sons and daughters. But very important for us, you got to act, because our business is about love, it's about caring, and it's about service. And that's the same thing that I ask of you as the family members that support your sons and daughters. Act with love. Act with a sense of care, and act with a sense of service. That's all our nation is asking us to do. Because one day you will be called to service. Do something beyond your wildest dreams. And that's when moms and dads, friends, husbands and wives, sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, that I ask you then, support truly these young men and women who have volunteered to serve our great nation in the cloth and uniform of the United States of America. So again, I stand before you deeply humbled about having an opportunity to deliver this very quick message of how important it is to reflect, commit, and act. So when you think about it, I want you to be very humble in the process. I want you to think about that your job and your responsibilities is to do good for the nation. And I also want you to think that every human being that you come in contact with has value. It's your responsibility to find how value-added they are to your organization. So may God continue to bless each and every one of you. May God continue to bless this great institution that we call Marquette Universities and all the other affiliates. May God continue to bestow His love upon this great nation of ours. I get a little excited about this, but this great nation of ours that we call the United States of America. So may God bless each and every one of you, and don't forget that you owe them again a big hug and a kiss from this little gentleman. Give him a big hug and a kiss and tell him how much we really do love you. So with that, be the difference. Sorry, I'm glad the president's not here. Go Warriors. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the administration of the oath of office by Major General Luis Ibarra.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Having been appointed an officer in the armed services of the United States of America. Do solemnly swear. That I will support and defend. The Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance. To the same. That I take this obligation freely. Without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will. Well and faithfully. Discharge the duties. Of the office upon which. I'm about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the commissioning certificates will now be presented to the newly commissioned officers. We will follow the order in the program. Each service will follow their own customs and courtesies in regards of saluting. Please feel free to move to the front to take pictures. The commissionees for the Army are Second Lieutenant Caitlin Maureen Blanda. Second Lieutenant Shannon Mariah Day. Second Lieutenant Elise Marie Gooderham. Second Lieutenant Catherine Margaret Gregory. Second Lieutenant Tyler James Hines. Second Lieutenant James Pomeroy Herdman. Second Lieutenant Thomas Jeffrey Knuth. Second Lieutenant Gretchen Emily Mady. Second Lieutenant Cullen Joseph O'Neill. Second Lieutenant Sarah Ann Schwei. Second Lieutenant Merritt Marie Taylor. Second Lieutenant Rebecca Marie Toms. Second Lieutenant Franklin James Whitram. Second Lieutenant James Patrick Zastra. The commissionees for the Navy are Ensign Jameson Stephen Arnold. Ensign Margaret Iris Brumley. Ensign Casey Lawrence French. Ensign Melanie Ann Harden. Ensign Alex Miguel Hastings. Ensign Renz Ibarra. Ensign Linnea Marie Leonard. The Marine commissionees are Second Lieutenant Samuel Kenneth Camus. Second Lieutenant Riley Joseph Conzen. Second Lieutenant Fred Julens Schmidt. The Air Force commissionees are Second Lieutenant Justin Blake Swinsky. Second Lieutenant Brian Michael Tordorf. Second Lieutenant Matthew Richard Von Sina. Second Lieutenant Richard James Young. We got a couple of stragglers here. So. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the newest commissioned officers of the United States of America. Standing, we will now play each branch of the Armed Forces service song. After the songs, please remain standing for the departure of the official party. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. Please join us in congratulating our new officers in a reception in the Alumni Memorial Union Dining Hall, Marquette Place. Thanks for your attendance today.